What up, what up? Good morning, traders. Welcome to the show. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I celebrated my 17th year wedding anniversary, if you can believe that. Got a little bit sick, too, on Sunday, but I'm doing better now. So welcome to the show. It's 6 a.m. on the West Coast. Hope you guys are ready to trade. I'm getting mentally prepared for what the day has in store. Let's see what we got today, huh? All right, let's see how that sounds here. Yeah, see what music we got today. Let's rock out today. All right, traders. Hope that sounds okay. Let's get into the trading here and set up our morning. Go over some news. See what's new and exciting. All right, guys. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Like I said, I celebrated my wedding anniversary, 17 years of married. I've been with my wife since high school, so it's been a fun ride, to say the least. So, verified investing having posts from January 2nd. No, this ain't it. This ain't verified investing. This is verified investing. Yeah, they're trying to. All right, keys to the trading day. Here we go. All right, so we'll read that in a little bit here. Yeah, man. I always worry about my stream here. Yeah, I don't see myself on the thing here in the Tradecaster. I mean, it says we're streaming here, but oh, there it is. All right, cool. Yo, sorry about that, man. Always have a little bit of a hard time getting started with the stream. Ever since I moved over my my YouTube channel, it's been a little bit interesting. But anyway, we're back. We're back. Okay. All right, let's do our morning prep here for SPY. So we like to watch here. So we're gonna blow this sucker up. All right. So this is what the week looked like, huh? So let's take a look at our setups for today. All right, I'm gonna take this off again. Yeah, it's probably better. You'll probably hear better too. All right, traders. Let's get this set up here. This is I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna put it here. This was our high for Friday. Pretty good Friday, right? I think for the most part it was decent. I mean, I'm gonna try not to be sniffing my nose on the mic as much as possible. So I'll be using the mute button a lot today. All right, see our activate this. Our low was market low, so that's gonna hold for the low of last week. So we have that there, and then we're gonna put our pre-market highs and our pre-market lows. So far, this is where we're at in the pre-market. Got about 25 minutes or so before the market opens. So I'm gonna activate this one, and we're gonna put our level for our pre-market lows. Pre-market low is kind of sitting on Friday's low too. So this is interesting because it's just like it feels like it was just like last week. Last week on Friday we had the same thing. We had that pre-market low, and then we had the previous day low also kind of sitting right there. So super interesting to see what today has in store for us on the SPY. So all right, so that's your pre-market levels there for SPY on a Monday morning. So we are going to have a previous day high, which was last Friday of 510.13. That is our marker for the top for the day, or the top of Friday. And then we have our pre-market low, which was Friday's low around here. So we have that already booked in, and then we're going to then we have our pre-market high and our pre-market low. So pretty tight range going into market open, and we've got a few more minutes. Maybe there'll be a little bit more action, but we definitely have a little bit of a tight range going into Monday morning. Oh man. Okay, so I don't know if you guys had an opportunity, but I uploaded a second video to the Tradecaster video library where we recapped. You guys can see all over my charts here, right? So I have let me put this on daily. So I have the expected move for the week on Boeing. So I did this. What I did was I reviewed what I did last Sunday. Last Sunday we did the expected range, something that I learned a couple weeks back, and I did a video showing you guys how I set those levels for the range for the week using the option chain. So that video was uploaded about 2 weeks ago, and then last night I did another video kind of recapping that video, so we were able to see how the price action moved inside that range for the previous week. It was a short week, but we discovered some pretty interesting things, right? Like sometimes that strategy, sometimes the stock moves at the lower at a specific range, right? It stays at the bottom of the range and never hits the top of the range. Anyway, I don't want to butcher that video up. So if you have an opportunity, it's like 38 minutes long. Jump on my Tradecaster video library. If you've never seen it before, we have some pretty good views on it. But if you've never seen it before, watch that first video first before you watch the second video so it can make sense. And then last night I recapped the week ending 2/23. Excuse me, I recapped the week ending 2/23, and then we did one for this week. We did a couple of stocks. We did a handful of stocks. We did SPY, the Russell, we did Amazon, Apple, Boeing, Hood, Lyft, and Tesla. So those are the stocks we're watching this week. And I'm trying to narrow my focus too. So I've been sharing a lot with you guys, just kind of the psychology of a trader and some of the things that I've been going through mentally. And one of the things that I'm learning, or that I, kind of made a decision on, is not to be trading every day, obviously. because I trade when I'm not streaming. But the other thing is also to try to find bigger moves by holding on to stocks a little bit longer by swing trading and not day trading. So we'll do some day trading, when there's opportunities. But for the most part, we want to try to catch the big moves on some of these stocks, meaning a weekly move, right? So I'll give you a bias for this week. So I anticipate that the SPY will have we'll go down this week, right? Like 508, maybe 510 will be the high of the week. But I think that there's a lot of like the market is at all-time highs. It absorbed a lot of those earnings last week, for the last 2-3 weeks or so, and now the market's like without any data. So we're gonna see how that does. Sorry guys, just want to make sure my audio is not too loud, just like washing out my voice or anything like that. You guys let me know. All right, and then so right now, all right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go over the news for today, see what Verified Investing has for us. All right, so here we go. So Market Morning Blast Morning Edition. These are keys to the trading day. This is brought to you by Verified Investing, who's on Twitter, or formerly known as Twitter, on X. This is Gareth Soloway's company. I like Gareth a lot. When I'm not streaming in the mornings, I'll go watch him. He has like a 30-minute pre-market thing that he does that kind of helps out a lot. And he also goes over charts, and we talk crypto, that sort of thing. So look at the market. It's already showing a little bit of red. Okay, so markets are quiet to start the date. Sorry. Here we go. Markets are quiet to start data-heavy week after all the three indices hit a new 52-week high on Friday. All eyes are on the PCE report, that Fed's favorite inflation benchmark, due Thursday. So Thursday we have PCE, so it should be a pretty interesting week. Bonds, special attention is being paid to two bond auctions today. The auctions of $63 billion in the 2-year notes and $63 billion in 5-year notes will be the first since a bad auction of 20-year notes last week rattled the bond market. So if you guys don't know, last week there was a bond auction, and that bond auction, similar to this, right? They're offering 5-year notes, 2-year notes, because the government's trying to raise money, right? So what happened was that they didn't sell a lot of bonds. Like there wasn't a lot of demand for the bonds when it did it last week. So that tanked the market a bit. I think it was Tuesday where we felt some of that sell off, or it might have been Wednesday, but you really couldn't tell last week because of all the Nvidia stuff. But yeah, definitely the I guess the credit of the U.S. is probably in question, especially all this talk about debt ceiling and all this stuff that's happening. There's also the government this week. They have to avoid another shutdown. It feels like that happens every couple of weeks or so. We're trying to avoid some major shutdown, but that's also going on. All right. So anyway, DPZ rose 5.6%, nearly 2-year high before the open on a profit beat and strong delivery carry out sales. So I don't know what DPZ is, but that's the ticker symbol. DPZ rose 5.6%. Nearly a 2-year high before the open on a profit beat and strong delivery on carryout sales. Weight loss, hashtag weight loss. Zealand Pharma announced a successor round of trials for its liver treatment drug that is also being tested as a weight loss drug. The news set its stock up 32% in Frankfurt for a new 52-week high. Man, I don't know about you guys, but there's so much. At least it feels like it lately. My wife went to the doctor for just a normal checkup, and they're already pushing this weight loss drug, right? So they're already pushing that around. So this one happened out of Zealand, but the one that's being offered in the U.S., they're really pushing it on people. I mean, they're not pushing exercise and lifestyle; they're pushing pills. So stay bright, stay smart out there. All right, Boeing 737 MAX production breaks down over safety issues are hitting airlines hard just before the peak of summer. RYA is the latest airline warning that it may be forced to cut flights after learning that Boeing will not supply all the planes Ryanair has purchased. So watching Boeing here, right, on our chart. So that's a 4-hour chart. It should really be an hour chart. So Boeing, continue more bad news on Boeing, man. I think it's a great short down to at least 197 or so. Something to consider there. And then RPT is up 14% pre-market after the pet food company posted a profit on strong earnings and sales. Earnings were 31% per share compared to a loss of 6 cents on the fourth quarter last year and ahead of estimates of 7 cents. Freshpet shares have gained 48% over the last 12 months. All right, guys, there you have it. That is your market blast for a Monday morning. We're getting ready to trade here, about 15 more minutes, and see what the market has to offer. But yeah, man, it's a pretty interesting situation there with the market and data this week. So you guys trade safe out there. All right, watching the Russell here, a little bit of a pullback on the Russell before the market opens. 1 hour chart there, 1 hour chart here. Yeah, Boeing continues to break down, man. But, you know, all these stocks, man, they have a bottom. You know, they're going to have a bottom. All right, we're gonna continue to watch the market here and see what else we can find. So obviously we have Boeing here, IWM, which is a Russell, and Tesla. The SPY is already fighting a little bit of resistance there on that pre-market high. We really want a 15-minute chart, to be honest, on the SPY. All right, there it is. There's your 15-minute. Already hit the pre-market high. Already started to pull back a little bit. Looking at Boeing. And then what else we got? Lyft, Hood, Lyft. Sorry, good old. We have leap calls on Lyft. Actually, $30 leap calls for January. They're already talking $20 on Lyft. So we'll see what happens. Apple, a little bit of a drop here. Sold off, been selling off pre-market, close of market, and a little bit of a bounce there. And Amazon, they've called a good play there. I think Option Trader on Twitter mentioned that. All right, what am I broadcasting here? The SPY. Okay, good. You know what? I'm gonna do that on the new poll. I'm gonna put a new poll, and the new poll is gonna be: did you know we have a giveaway? All right, so we're gonna put up a new poll. We basically want to know if you guys are aware that we have a contest, a giveaway for a book. So I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So all right, so I'll leave that up there. See if anybody wants to participate on that. Okay, SPY selling off after the pre-market high there. Tesla's riding the 5-day EMA. Russell, a little bit of a pullback. Looks like pullback across the whole market if I'm looking around here. Yeah, man, I caught a little bit of a cold, but I think I'm gonna be okay. Wife's taking care of me. I'm in good hands. Yeah, man, let's see what the market has in store for us today. ARK sitting on I think April calls for ARK for $70. See if we can get close to that. Peloton, nice little bounce here. Hopefully I can keep going up. All right, we got about 10 minutes till the market opens, more or less. So we're just getting our stuff ready here. Everything looks good here. All right, traders, hope you are ready for the day. Got about 10 more minutes until market open. Let's make sure our mindset's ready. We're not coming to the trading desk emotional or with a necessity, right? Like we need to make money. Yeah, man, I wish I can get into some puts here for Boeing pre-market. I don't even know what the option chain hasn't opened, so we have no idea what it's going to be. It's this gap fill, man. It's going to be a pain here. See how it acts with that gap fill there. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm just going to duplicate it. Oh, that was last week, though. I want to see what it does here. All right, that's the new leg down for Boeing. See how it reacts in here. It was a little bit of a slow mover. Just had to take my profits faster on that. Just trying to hang around too long. There's the Russell. Got a nice little bit of a... it's gonna it's a gap fill here, too. Ah, that's what's going on there. All right, so we're watching that. There's your SPY. Yeah, Apple. I don't know about Apple, man. But Apple is such a it has a anything can change that stock, right? Like you get a tweet or something from that stock and it's off to the races, man. Sometimes giving these charts a little bit more, like zooming out a little bit more, I think you're able to pick up more information. Peloton looks solid there. Let's go with Peloton. I'm so down on that stock. All right, cool in the gang. A little bit of a pullback on the indices there. How's the VIX? VIX is low, right? VIX is turning over, man. Like it's falling out of this channel. Yeah, the VIX is falling out of our little channel that we had done for it. And how's Bitcoin doing today? Bitcoin is decision time for Bitcoin. The dollar's dropping though, and the bonds, the 10-year is up slightly. Nice. All right, traders, about 6 more minutes until the market opens. Are you guys ready? Oh, SPY selling off. Interesting. Look like Tesla's caught this 200-day moving average on the 30-minute chart. On the 30-minute chart, I've seen it. Let me see. Where do I have this? Let me blow this up real quick. Yeah, so I've been watching. Why is this 30 minutes? It doesn't go any more. This is Tesla, right? How come I don't? What's all my little lines? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, it goes further back. That's why 30 minutes. But I would have to do what, like change the days on it. right, let's do an hour. Okay. So I've been watching Tesla, right? So I can't go this far back. I'd have to do some kind of edit. I don't want to do all that, but I've been watching I've been watching Tesla, and when it's on a 30-minute time frame, these little lines here, it's touching the 200-day moving average. It's like boop, boop, being rejected, 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 rejected. That's how I've been watching the 30-minute chart, and it did it again here. You see? So let me put a 30-minute real quick. No, 30-minute. Okay, so that's that last one that we caught, right? So again, it went boom, broke through. Now it broke through the 200-day moving average. Tested here. I didn't make a note of that. Look at that, right? So it came here, got rejected, breached the 200-day moving average, bounced right off of it, right? Bounced right off this level. Look at the move on the bounce in the 200-day moving average, and then it came right back down, and it breached here a couple of times. But I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to tell, right? It's not that easy. We want to. Sometimes we see things in the stock market that we want to see, but they're not really there. But maybe you guys have an opinion on this, right? Like, oh no, yeah, duplicate. Here it is again, and duplicate. Why am I coming all the way over here? Now it breached it here again. So, so this has been pretty interesting on the. Let me see if it lets me do. Or I'm already in 30 minutes, right? It just doesn't let me zoom out anymore. Okay. But all right, let's put it on the hour then. See if we can see further back. Yeah, so there it is. It's a nice top. You can almost see that this could be a top for Tesla at some point, right? Little resistance point there. You know, it's kind of bounced around in here. Well, there's your expected range for Tesla. All right, so we're leaving it at an hour there. Yeah, just to see the move. It's breaching that 200-day moving average there. I don't like that. Boeing's finding a little bit of support there too. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes until it's time.
Ready. Ready.
There you go.
Ready.
All right, traders. So what's up? About to grab me a little bit of coffee. Got 2 minutes. 2 minutes until the market opens. All right, traders. Oh, look at that nice bounce on SPY. Okay, well, 1 minute, couple seconds left for the market opens. Yeah. All right, here we go, guys.
Ready. Fight.
Here we go. All right, market's open, guys.
Fight.
All right, Tesla looked like it's curling up a little bit. We like to see that. Russell took a little bit of a red shoot there. Boeing a little bit of a pop. All right, let's bring up our trading log too. All right, let's see what's going on. Tesla's pumping. Good to see that. Tesla's making a little bit of a move there. It's breaking this downward triangle, downward resistance here. You guys can see that. Let's see what it does at this level here. So it's approaching that resistance here. See how it does, how it reacts to that. Man, what's the Boeing puts going for? Damn, 200s are 257. We up to 207 on the range, and down to I think it's 194 to the downside. Spice pumping. Look at Tesla about to breach this level here. This resistance. That's great. Oh man, puts are really expensive on. I was going the wrong way. 195, huh? You think we'll hit 195? All right, we're gonna take puts on Boeing here. 195 puts. All right, there's Tesla pumping. Looking good on Tesla. All right, nice break on Tesla here. All right, so we're going to take 195 puts for Tesla for the week. I'm sorry, Boeing. I'll be right at the excuse me, I'll be right at the bottom of that range. We'll see if it can get close to it. Damn, Boeing's already down 21 bucks. And we just opened it. Raider Trader might have been on the right approach. I think he was shorting airlines this week. Well, there's your Boeing completely reversing. So Russell, a little bit of a bounce on Russell as well. Yo, that lift's going to do really good things for us. All right, there's your SPY breaking the pre-market high. So it's got some momentum to the upside. Russell also going to retest this gap fill. All right, so SPY's testing the pre-market high. Tesla's testing this downward resistance that it's been having trouble with all of last week. It had trouble with it all of last week, but we're really making an effort here to break through that. You know what? I was watching Flow before. And, oh, there's your break on Tesla to the upside. Good stuff there. No, right here, right? This is where I want to be. Just keeping an eye on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at a point of decision, right? All right, Buoyant's making a little push to the upside. Could have got those puts cheaper. All right, nice break on Tesla. Breaking up to the upside. It's going to help the long term. All right, Tesla looking solid. Boeing came up to the, this big candle here, right? So we made a range inside this big candle that happened on Friday. We had big up and down on Friday. So we made a range, kind of like what we did here, right? I think we had done this same thing here. That really helped us trade. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a bracket to trade within. So we'll see how that turns out. Meanwhile, Tesla's taking off. Hood is pumping. He's already approaching the top of the range for the week. If you guys saw that video with me. Lyft is kind of pinned. Apple's selling off hard. Amazon, a little bit of a red shoot there. And also SPY's kind of pulling back from that pre-market. Touched that pre-market high and it's starting to pull back a little bit. AMD too hit a little bit of a resistance there. Trade Desk is kind of pinned as well. I mean, we ain't doing nothing with Trade Desk right now. No, that's we're just watching it. We should be watching ADIs. We should be watching that one. Yeah, let me make this ADI. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to be a good week for ADI anyway, so I should have done the range. Oh, look at ARK, man. ARK's pumping good. It's already at $50. Jesus, that's great. Peloton's popping too. Boeing testing this resistance up here. Wow, look at the pump on Tesla here. This is great, man. We're about to look, we're already going to approach the bottom. So that was the bottom of the range. We're already approaching the top of the range there on Tesla. Looks good right now. Looks healthy. I like Boeing the way it's acting. It's not getting past this resistance line here. So that's good. It'd be a good time to change this music. Not really feeling it. Too much talking in the music. I like music that doesn't have a lot of talking. Just want to hear the music. So bear with me here. The silence. I know. All right, so this one's an hour. Let's see how this one sounds. Ron Graham's Shoot. Sounds really low, huh? Nah, not good. Let's see, this one's 2 hours. See how this one sounds. All right, we're gonna try that one. All right, bear with me, guys. Nice. All right, watching our position here is we are in weekly puts for Boeing 195. We're gonna stick with that one. Gonna watch the rest of the market. Russell's making a nice pull to the upside. Tesla's breaking this downward resistance. See if we can hold above that. And then SPY is just having a little bit of trouble breaking through this pre-market high. Yeah, it's too damn loud for me. Yeah, I like it like that better. Because you can at least just, you can hear it in the background, but it's not like washing out my voice or anything like that. And it's not, I just think it's a little bit more, what's this change block thing? Daily downloads have been expanded to offer 3 new file types. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Unusual Wells. So I've been watching the option flow on Unusual Whales. You can subscribe to that for free. It's a little delayed, but pretty interesting, man. It kind of gives you an idea of what the sentiment is, of the market. And there's a lot of puts for the market. So just another tool to use to help you make decisions while you're trading. Man, Tesla's on the move. We're approaching the gap fill here. Let's see what it does at that level. Russell is also retesting that gap fill. See if it can break through here. If we can break through, I think we'll find some momentum, right? We should be able to catch some momentum to the upside there. AMD is reversing. ADI chip stocks seem to be a little bit on the retreat. And then Lyft. Wow, Hood just hit the top of the range, 1522. I was right up there at that top of the range. If you guys were watching the video that I did on Sunday night, you'll see that Hood has already reached. It's within pennies, 8 pennies away from reaching the top of that range. Lyft is staying right in the middle. Apple's selling off, and then Amazon is just seems like it's in trouble, but not really sure. Yeah, move on Tesla solid. It's a $4 move, man. Watching the message boards throughout the week, people were bullish on Tesla going into the week. So far they must have known something. All right, there's Boeing doing what we wanted to do. I can't believe we're still down on Boeing. It's a long way down, though, to 195, so give it some time. So there's your SPY. Came up to that pre-market high, and it started giving it back up. And I think Tesla's at a good spot right now, but I think it has to fill that gap. Once it fills that gap, I think we'll be better off. Well, there's your reversal on SPY right there, right? It just hit that pre-market high and it just reversed. So now it's going down. But watching Apple do the same thing, I'm not surprised it reversed. Hood looks pretty good. Hood might be good for, I don't know, for, let me see. Since we're already hitting the top of that range, though. Oh, man, Apple's selling off big time, guys. Big support level at here. Let's make that red. Oh, you know what? I don't think you guys can come over to this chart unless I do it on OBS. Probably can't see what I'm doing right now. We're watching Apple sell off a little bit. Let's see if we get filled on that. Let's see if we get filled on. We're taking Apple puts too. See if it'll fill us. There it is. It got filled. All right, so we're gonna be in Apple puts for 180. Apple puts. Wow. All right, so we're in puts here. Oh, we're gonna give that some time. Crazy. All right. All right. There's the Russell re-attempting the gap fill break. See if that happens. Tesla's kind of topping out here at this level. The SPY has completely reversed. It's heading down now. And Boeing is just kind of bouncing up and down. We're sitting on puts for that. So we'll see how that goes. Probably going to put Apple over here because we are in that position. And move the IWM to the other chart. So there we're already hitting. We're already approaching that money on Apple. Are we up already? Yeah, we're up $2 on Apple, on that Apple put. Let's see what happens. It's going to be an interesting week leading into Thursday. I think there's a lot of fear in the market. Oh, we're going to put IWM here, IWM here. Yeah. All right, the Russell's looking good. It's making another attempt to fill that gap. Let's see if it is able to succeed in that. We're going to go back to our main chart and watch our positions here. Tesla, beautiful, man. Beautiful move on Tesla today. Breaking this downward resistance. Had 1, 2, 3 days of resistance there, and it finally broke through. It's real early, guys. 6:49 on the West Coast. 6:49 on the West Coast. Good morning. All right, so SPY, a little bit of a bounce here. Really no real support here. Maybe from here, right? We can draw a little line. Maybe like that. I don't know if it'll do it, though. All right, here's Tesla making the second attempt. No, multiple attempts to break this gap fill. I think we get above 199. We're off. We're off to the horses. All right, nice reverse here on SPY. Nice little bounce here, but it's below the 5-day EMA line, which is, you know, usually to me it's a little bearish unless they can close a full body candle above it. Man, Tesla, man, it's got some juice too. What are we doing? 10 million shares, man, pumping. Let's go, Tesla. Damn, what happened here? Look at Tesla, man. Tesla looks beautiful there. That's gonna be more than that. 431. Jesus. All right, traders, it is 6:51 on the West Coast. Tesla is pumping hard. We're up almost $6 on Tesla with a nasty, nasty green candle to the upside. So if you are long, congrats. If you're short, I feel sorry for you. Oh, there it is. So Tesla, look, it's approaching that gap fill and it's starting to lose a little bit of power there. Yeah, it's interesting here with, I'm just wondering if Apple can revisit that 180 level. You should be able to visit it. Hopefully we stay weak. You know, Tesla's starting to come back a bit. No, it's a good level here for Apple to come down to that level, to at least to that 185, to retest it and get back above it. I think it needs that. Yeah, it needs a retest. Yeah, so we're approaching the bottom of the range for Apple for the weekly range here. Let's see how it reacts to these levels. And I do not like Boeing not selling off here. But there's a lot of week left, a lot of day trading left, so don't lose heart. Don't lose heart. All right. Here's Apple giving a little bit more back. I think it has enough downward. That's a big candle. What are we trading here? 4 million shares. Look at SPY has regained a nice big wick here. We're $95 on Boeing, right? That was our cost on that. So we'll see what it can do. I mean, it's been beat up enough where it might find a little bit of a relief rally, but there's a lot of negative talk on Boeing, man. I don't know what they can do to turn things around over there. All right, nice little wick here on SPY. Came right down to this level here. I don't know if there's even a level here. Yeah, it's a little baby level here. It found some support there and bounced. Tesla starting to reverse a little bit there. It's super early though, guys. Super early. I mean, the market's been open for about an hour. Not even an hour. It's been open for 30 minutes. Sometimes you get so caught up, man, so quickly. It just happens. I think overall market's down, right? No, Dow Jones is down. No, it's up 100. New York Stock Exchange up. Russell's up. NASDAQ. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of, we're flirting with those lows right now. We're flirting with highs. Like it feels like what's gonna make this thing go higher from this point? Like, what other news do we need? Do we just keep going higher and higher and higher? Like, what happens at this point? So I'm sure that's a question everybody's asking themselves. Is like, do we just continue to power through to the upside here, or are we gonna find an air pocket or some resistance? We don't know. We're gonna find out. So big, look at this move on SPY, right? It's just been, just kind of indecision here. Look at this one. Look at this one. It's like they're just undecided to the upside and to the downside. Maybe sideways chop is in store for us today. AMD's reversing. ADI is coming back down. ARC is pumping. That one looks really good. We are in ARC calls, right? Yeah, we're in ARC calls for April 14th. That's looking really good so far. Peloton's making a move too. Is there any news on Peloton? Man, people love to talk so much crap, dude. I swear. All they're talking about right now is how Kathy Woods missed out on the NVIDIA run and how much she missed out on. Oh, Russell's filled the gap. Russell looks really strong right now to the upside. There's a lot of talk about small caps making a run this week, so keep that in mind. And Boeing's breaching that this area here. That's not good for us. It's making it it's breaking that level. See if it can get above that other second level too. But don't be I wouldn't be surprised if SPY sells off hard today. 0 DTE today. SPY 508. What did I take? All right, we're gonna take 505 puts on SPY today. I don't know if we'll even get down there. It's a really cheap contract, so stupid Boeing. We just need a small move there. Not trying to do too much there. Well, look at Boeing there. I don't like this move, man. Do not like that move. But it's so early in the week, man. It just anything's gonna happen here. Yeah, I think we're really gonna flush, man. Look at this. Topped. See how we do. Oh snap, what happened? Dude, what's going on with ADI, man? Stock is weird. So we're watching a little bit of the SPY here starting to pull back a bit. You see that? You guys see that pull back on SPY a little bit? And then BA is kind of retesting this support. I'm sorry, this resistance is now retesting that. Wow, look at that drop on SPY, man. This should print some money for us. See if we can go green on that. Like Boeing, man. Boeing looks like it's gathering strength. And here's Apple's gonna try to retest this green EMA line, but once it lost it up here, man, I don't. Hopefully, it can keep going down. Tesla's moving up higher, man. I like that. Oh man, that Boeing, damn, already took half of our premium. We got more than a week. We got the whole week left. Already took half the premium. Man, that's how they rip you off in options, man. To the downside, real quick they'll take your money. To the upside, not so much. You have to wait. See, we can close a full body below SPY. All right, guys, 7 a.m. on the West Coast. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. Thank you for joining us today. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Pacific time. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget, we got a giveaway. Check out our Shimano Trader page for rules on that. And good luck. Yeah, SPY looks weak, but Tesla's hella strong. You got a few more minutes before the next candle opens up here on Tesla. I'm sorry, I'm SPY. Man, I do that with my kids all the time, man. I call one kid one name, another kid another name. I don't know if you guys struggle with that or not, but I don't know what it is. My parents are the worst with that. All right, Apple's starting to get some momentum to the downside. It's dragging down the SPY, so we're sitting on puts here on both of those positions. The challenge will become, when to close our positions. All right, even Boeing's giving it up a little bit here too. Oh yeah, Apple's got showing some weakness there for sure. And their SPY rolling over too, losing all support on all EMA lines. Here we go, guys. I don't know what the blue one is. The blue one is 21? No. Yeah, 21. So green is 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 5. And then this one is 9. The pink one is 9 or 8. So 5, 8, and 21 EMAs. Lyft sounds like it's doing great. Is Lyft moving? No, Lyft is pinned. The Russell, man, look at the move on the Russell, guys. It clearly cleared that gap fill with some power, and it retested the gap fill, and now it's powering its way back up again. That looks really solid. Hood looks really good, too. I feel like buying some shares of Hood on my other account. Let me see. Let's see if Hood's here. Oh, no, guys. Market's reversing. Feels like it's reversing. All right, I'm going to buy some shares of Hood. Just add it to the long-term portfolio here. All right, so we took some Robinhoods with us. See how it goes. Oh, Bitcoin's pumping too, man. It's looking good. Bitcoin's looking good. Oh no, SPY's not. So those things were so cheap. Yeah, even Apple's reversing. I wonder if this thing's delayed. Man, Tesla, man. Wow. Tesla's pulling the whole market up. Yeah, Boeing looks like it's going to the upside, man. All right, traders. Hope you guys are having a great trading day so far. Markets look like a little indecision, right? Just kind of feels like to me. All right, we're going to continue to hang on to our puts, though. So they're just trying to shake us out. So we're going to hang on here for right now. But Tesla is the play today, guys. Whoa, 511.81. That's great. Ooh, Tesla. What a move on Tesla, guys. I don't know why there's so many puts on SPY. Yes, Bitcoin's gonna break that support, that resistance. I might have a higher Bitcoin today. So like, what the hell is that? Oh man, all hail Tesla. Tesla's about to hit the top of that range. Look at that. And 204.33, it's our average cost on Tesla since we've been accumulating shares on our long term. So it's within striking distance of that. Might get into some money. What did I hood at? $14.99. That was our entrance on hood. I'm gonna keep that position there. Lift is starting to give some back up. Oh, Russell's starting to come down too. Yeah, tread carefully, traders. Tread carefully. If we look at the option flow on unusual wells, it's a lot of puts coming in for the SPY. Yeah, 508, 509 puts. There's a lot of puts coming in for the SPY on the option flow. I mean, Tesla's rocketing up. So's Bitcoin, by the way. Morning, man. $509 was the puts though, huh? No, it still looks pretty bullish to me. But Tesla, level up, man. We're so far from that. I wonder what it was about Tesla this morning that made it do what it's doing. I think they're just bullish on it today. Super bullish on it. All right, so we're just continuing to watch the SPY here. We anticipate a sell-off here, so we'll see if we can hold his resistance to support here. But it's kind of from here, right? Kind of like that. That's what I see. Something like that. I would see what it does. And then Boeing is saying, F you, man. I'm going higher. That top of the range 207 for the week. Looks like Apple's found a little bit of support here too. We're trying to get down to 180 on Apple for the week. And Tesla, look, approaching the top of the range. It might blow through it.
Ready.
Yeah, there's Boeing, man. Boeing is not. Hey, baby, morning. Tesla's kind of up at the top of the range here, so expect something here on Tesla. And the Boeing also pumping. Looks like SPY's probably going to continue higher too. So Boeing is moving to the upside, even though it we woke up to bad news on it this morning. I guess some of the airlines are anticipating canceling flights as a result of the delay in the planes they've ordered from good old Boeing. Yeah, a lot of wicking here on SPY, man. I'm telling you, if you look at the option flow happening right now on unusual wells, you'll see the amount of puts coming in for SPY. I mean, I just saw a 524 call, but that's expiration is still till April 19th. So this week's looks a little interesting. I think we're gonna wait on the data that's expected to hear Thursday here. Look at your SPY, man, just tricking you. If it breaks this support here, we should flush. We should flush if we break the support here. So puts are in play. I'm gonna stick to the puts. I know our target price is way the hell down here, but like I said, we don't need that big of a move. We just need to get down in the zone here, and then we can pick up some premium. But wow, that move on Tesla is incredible. Yeah, I'm up over $500 on my Tesla. I mean, I hope that doesn't sound impressive. I've been down thousands since it's been selling off, but I've been accumulating down that as it's been selling off. I've just taken a position in Tesla, and also the way they just keep picking on Elon, man. I think that's one of the good guys. All right, so we've seen SPY break the 5-day EMA line here now. So now we've opened a candle below it. We'll see if we can stay below this 5-day EMA line. That is the goal, to stay below the 5-day EMA line. I think I have that one thicker, right? Yeah, that one's thicker. So pretty interesting dynamic here, right? Watch the SPY. Once it broke this support on the 5-day EMA line, it's been staying below it. So let's see if we can stay below that for maybe the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So we'll see if we can hang with that. Keep pushing it lower. But the true moment is going to be once we arrive at this upward support line there. Let's see if we can break that. But if it bounces off of there, we'll most likely have to get out. Even though it's a $15 play, right? It's not. It's lunch money. Super curious about Boeing, though. I mean, are they just trying to, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to just get people to buy the stock and then they're gonna pull the rug on them? Like, I don't know. I don't necessarily see that as a good company right now. I don't know why anybody would be taking up shares. But I guess maybe that's what they were saying when I was accumulating shares in Tesla as I was selling off. Like, oh, it's probably not a good company right now. All right, so here we go. We are now we're below the 21 EMA line on SPY, 15-minute chart. So it's up 0.1%, right? So 0.01%. So it's barely hanging on to a, but it's about to go negative. I'm down $1.50 on this contract. It doesn't move much because it's so cheap. And then Boeing, man, there it is. Boeing, literally, it's taking half of my premium already. But we got till Friday, so anything can happen on Boeing. But that stocks is bittersweet, right? Like it's giving me over $1,000 this year, and it's like little by little starting to chip away at those profits. All right, now we've gone Apple go negative as well. And then Tesla filled the gap, right? Here's the problem with Tesla, right? Look how it's been reacting to this level here. So we're gonna watch it and see what it does here at this level. If it can get above that, we should be able to power higher. But there's definitely a lot of resistance at that level. That might be good for SPY, though, if we want to go lower. All right, there's SPY starting to go down with some momentum to the downside. So we're about to have the moment of truth here. AMD's still down. Oh no, it's up. It's like 61 cents. ARC continues to pump higher. Piton seems like it's hit that 200-day moving average and is starting to give a little bit of it back. The Russell, once it filled the gap, is starting to reverse back into the gap. Lift this pin and hood, it's just kind of moving up slowly too. Also, here was that bounce on SPY. See what if he's gonna get that bounce, or we're gonna get rejected here. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Oh, look at Tesla, man. Filled the gap, and hope it doesn't do exactly what it did last week. It just filled the gap and just never made it back up there again. All right, traders. So we got that bounce on SPY here, as anticipated. We'll see if it gets rejected here at the 5-day EMA line. It seems like it's going to keep getting rejected here. Well, that's what we want. That's what we want to see. Same thing with Apple here, right? So Apple starting to, just hasn't got enough momentum to the upside. I like Tesla's got rejected here at the top of the gap fill, but it's starting to make another effort to push in there. And I like this SPY here starting to get more rejection to the downside. All right, let's see what's happening, guys. I'll be back. I gotta go to the restroom. All right, I'm back. So, yeah, it's bouncing off that level, right? Yeah, it's bouncing off that level. It's going to test that 5-day EMA line. Moment of truth for sure. And then Apple, same thing, right? It's starting to bounce a little bit here at this level. Found a little bit of support here. Let's see if these guys stay down. You got to keep them down, guys. Let me watch the flow again. Yeah, puts are definitely, if you look at the flow, that's what the puts are saying. But I'm still learning how to read that, how to read those flow charts. They could be misleading sometimes. I think you see a lot of bearish sentiment and you might go bearish, but you know, these professional traders, they hedge their bets. So they place large bets on the opposite side to hedge their bets, right? So they place large trades on the opposite of the trade just to see if they can get you know, just to hedge their bets, right? So if you're in long, you know, kind of 100,000 shares in something, you most likely will want to put a put contract against it just to protect to the downside. Should it sell off? So that's how some of these pro traders do it, man. They you know, they even have strategies for options, right? They call it the Iron Condor, the straddles, all these things that they talk about. I haven't gotten that far yet. All right, so we're seeing SPY with a nice reversal there off the support zone, I guess you can say. I think could you draw a box sideways? Oh no, you can't. I wonder how Raider Trader. Oh, but it's not using Thinkorswim. That's why. That's probably why. Yeah, maybe you can use something like this and make it bigger, expand it. We'd have to test that out. All right. So look, man, it's the emotional roller coaster is real, right? Like SPY did this bounce here, and we thought, oh my god, you know, my puts. But look at it. I mean, if you were not a trading person and you just look at it with your bare eyes, you can see the downward trend that it has, right? I'm not just seeing that. All right, it's kind of like this a little bit. So it just, you know, that's what's fun about charting and staring at charts, you know, 3 hours a day, I guess, you know, just kind of start picking up on little ideas and little patterns like that. All right, there's your little bit of a blow off top on Tesla. A little bit of that. And then Russell looks pretty healthy. Filled the gap, came back up to the top of the gap, and it's kind of bouncing off the top of that gap. Amazon looks to have recovered at least 50% of what it lost in the first hour. And Hood is continuing to just kind of, you know, sit around that area. I wonder if it's going to hit the top of that range, start to reverse. Piton is giving it up a little bit. ARK, it's just kind of hanging. Doesn't look terrible. AMD's recovering well. ADI is just it's just not doing anything. Just kind of flat. It's down 13 cents. All right, watching SPY here. Nice little candles here. I wonder if it's just going to continue to wick down. Oh, I got to see this. Huh, wonder what that's about. All right, no checks today. No checks today. The next checks that we got are going to be fat, so. Oh, man, look at Tesla. Give it all up, man. That's not bueno. Look at Tesla with those kind of like almost like a blow off top. And it's going to keep that downward pressure on SPY, watch. And possibly Apple as well. All right, so it looks like our positions are doing well. We just got to manage them a little bit more and see if they continue to ride that trend down. Yeah, it might be why people have moved on to Tesla instead. Look at this level here, man. Wow. Like 3 times. All right, let me try something here. Rectangle. Just want to, I don't know. It's kind of like, looks like a little interesting level to me. SPY still going on the downward trend, so it still hasn't breached the the 5-day EMA line. It's still staying below it. It's a good sign for our puts, at least. A lot of wicking too. A lot of wicks at different levels here. 508.02, $3 away. I don't know, man. We're really far away from the money. But it doesn't take much, man. If it can get below 507, 506, it'll look a lot better. That premium should go up. All right, there's your SPY now. Look at that. Look at that. Nasty, man. Nasty. All right, so we're just going to continue to watch the market here, guys. Listen to some tunes. Chill out. Oh, I think it's a month now, right? Yeah, tomorrow will be 1 month of streaming. Wow, that's pretty cool. An anniversary. Man, if we can break this upward support on SPY, we should be golden to the downside. But it's having a little bit of a struggle here. A little bit of an indecision candle there. I think they call that a doji. I think it's a doji. Oh, there it is. No, that's definitely not a rising wedge. Yeah, what's coming up? Bilateral. Oh, there it is, guys. It's testing that lower part of the support. Oh, it breached it. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. 730 on the West Coast. Welcome to the spread. All right, we breached that support line for SPY. That's a good sign for us. Should help with our premium there. We're down 250 on it right now. Yeah, but that's a good sign. Yeah, look at it. It's just been selling off ever since it. We were here in the morning when that happened. All right, just checking to see if I'm not being blocked. Everything looks good here. All right, guys, we're seeing this. It's the first time we breach it. So let's see what happens next. I don't even know how to do my little circles. I think it starts up here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There's your little bounce right there. My default, so it doesn't like But yeah, man, anything can happen at this point here. So this can completely reverse on us. And we're watching Tesla, right? Filled that gap just like it did here on Tuesday. Look at that. And it's just right back below it. Even though I'm in a long position in Tesla, I'm okay with that just because I hope it brings down the SPY. Then you can resume going up. Oh, no, guys. There it is. Look. Look at that support on that line. Yikes. Beefy. Even Apple's got a little bit of support at this level here. So let's see what happens now. Now we wait. This is the part of trading, I think, that ruins the... I don't want to say ruins, but maybe this is the challenging part of being a trader. Is just waiting, right? Watching and waiting. See what's going to happen. My hands get so itchy. Like I want to make a trade. I want to be in something, but I am in something, right? I'm in something. Just got to see how those things play out. We're in Apple puts. We're in Boeing puts. And then SPY puts. Puts, it's the word of the day today. Let me go check flow. Damn, there's a 502 put for March. Wow, it's 11 days out. Hey, man, you're getting some $500 puts for Friday. Pretty big movement. A lot of open interest on those. A lot of open interest on the puts for Friday on SPY. We might be on the right trades today, just to ride them out to Friday. Nice move on SPY there, but see if we can, the whole thing is we got to get above that EMA line. If it does not get above that EMA line, we'll stay bearish on it. Oh, well, there's your SPY reversal possibly, especially off this candle here. But it's got to break through this resistance. But yeah, man, this candle here is a little bit of a reversal signal. Or it can serve as a reversal signal. But it's all right, man. It's all right. We ain't tripping. All right, so nice move on SPY here, right off that support. Right off that support. Pretty encouraging here with Tesla, right? Tesla's didn't completely flush off to that gap fill. It just kind of, it looks like it maybe took out the sellers there and it came back down, and it's now the buyers are trying to get it back above that gap fill. ARK's continuing to go to the upside. Peloton's got some action on it, man. That's interesting today. Looking at Peloton's the range, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's got some really good candles right off the open. Pre-market was real solid. So I wonder what's going on with those guys. Oh, there's your break on SPY, guys. It might invalidate this trade. We'll see, though. I think it still can get down to the pre-market low. It's got about 3 more minutes for the next candle. No, I'm tripping. It's got 8 minutes. I had to do some quick math there. Yeah, I see. See how it's just respecting that downward trend line. Like even though it pops, volume's also going down. Looking at volume here. Boeing so high above the EMA line here. And then Apple is just going to continue to test resistance there. Yeah, so look, Apple too is giving a little bit back up, right? It's hitting this line. It's kind of keeps getting rejected there. Yeah, man, I picked up this little cold, catching a ride. All right, Tesla's looking good. Tesla looks good for sure. Even with that little gap fill, but it's reattempting something it never did here, right? Like here, it did it once and never retested. Did it once, never retested. And we're gonna see how it finishes off right there. All right, we're just gonna peek around, see what else is out there. AMD down 0.05%. ADI point down 0.9%. ARC is up 2.54%. Peloton's starting to reverse a little bit there. It's up 1.84%. Lyft is lifting 1.22% to the upside. Hood continues to go to the upside, 1509, up 4.18%. The Russell is up 0.69%. It's completely filled the gap and it's now retested the gap and that's continuing to go to the upside. It's a good time to go long on Russell, if you ask me. And then Amazon looks solid too. So yeah, man, look at all the sell-off, right? It almost feels like we're gonna slowly bleed out on SPY, right, before a big flush. Or, I mean, once we break this line here, we've had this support line since pre-market. That's it. That's all we've done. Trying to make it more dramatic, like, oh, we've had it since, but we haven't. And I like the way Apple's reacting here to the downside as well as SPY. All right, look at this. Look at Boeing, SPY, and Apple are catching a little bit of a red shoot there. All right, traders, continue to watch the SPY slowly bleed down. Boeing thing has found its top, starting to reverse a little bit. And Apple is just going sideways. Oh, I gotta put that in there. All right, traders. Boeing seems to have exhausted its upward climb here off this opening candle. We're going to continue to watch. Going to continue to watch it here because we are in puts for the week, and SPY is just downward trending. There are buyers here, obviously, because it's starting to wake up a little bit. But if it's a real moment of truth, I think, because if it cannot hold this upward resistance, we'll start trending down. So higher highs, higher highs. Now we've been doing lower lows for the last maybe the last 2 hours. So with 3 minutes to go for the next candle, next candle may open below this rising support here. Look, volume picking up. See this? Volume's picking up a bit. Tesla's doing good here. So there's a lot of different moves in the market, right? So Tesla's powering higher, Apple's kind of sideways, and then the SPY selling off a bit. No, it's selling off a lot, and everything's getting sold up here at the top. You see this downward thing too. You know, waking from the. Oh, you know what? I never even thought about that. Let me try that. Oh, those candles. Here, remove this one. All right, there's your Apple starting to get red. Tesla powering higher. That's good. 2 more minutes for the next candle. All right, pretty slow day so far. We're down $38 on our P&L for the day. See if got 1 more minute, couple seconds here before the next candle. About 20 seconds here for the next candle open up on SPY. See if we can get below this level. All right, next candle opening up here. All right, there you go. There's your candle. There's the support level. We're testing that support now. Breaching. Boeing's breaching a little bit too. That breaking through that what used to be resistance became support. Now it's testing that support here on Boeing. And we're watching SPY see if it can break through this support line. Tesla's powering higher. It's going to be really interesting to see what it does here in the last if it can break through. What happens then? Does it get down and come back up? We shall see. There's a little bit of support, a little bit of a bounce. It's respecting the 5-day EMA line, keeps forcing it down. There's Boeing starting to lose that support. Interesting. Interesting how SPY is acting here. Boeing's starting to lose the support here. Which is what we want to see on Boeing. And Tesla's re-attempting the gap fill. I mean, it already filled it once, but it's trying to do it again. Look at those wicks on these wicks, man, on SPY. It's pretty wicked. Oh, you can subscribe from that logo, and that's pretty cool. Come on, Spy. All right, Boeing's starting to reverse a bit here, too. That's encouraging on the put side. Oh, here comes Juliana. You ready to go?
Good luck, traders.
I'll do this. I love you. Okay? See you in the afternoon. Yeah, I feel a little bit better. Oh, I forgot. I have forgotten a little bit. Come on, Leia. Bye, baby. All right, man. Girls are the spice of life, man. Little girls are the best. I mean, I love my boys, but it's just a different kind of love. Have a good day, man. All right, just your Boeing starting to attempt to test the 5-day EMA line, see what happens there. And then Apple starting to get red, see if we can get to this support level and break it. We're within striking distance for the put strike price there. So Tesla's great, man. Tesla's doing awesome today. It's making that long-term portfolio look beautiful. And Bitcoin straight up 541 on Tesla just today. All right, traders, we've lost support on SPY. Check that out. Here we go. So let's see what happens now. All right, so now we've been testing it all morning. We should catch some momentum to the downside now. All right, so we've lost the support on SPY. We're sitting on puts. Hopefully we get some momentum to the downside now that we've breached this, right? So it got tested once, it got tested twice, 3 times, 4th time, and now we've broken that support. We see if we can flush to the downside with some momentum. Volume picked up here right before this candle here. So we did 1.2 million the last 15 minutes, and we're at 374,000 so far, 5 minutes into the candle. And then we're watching Boeing also lose its support here. Came up here, retested, it's losing the support, and we see if we can get Apple to lose its support as well. There it is. There's your SPY. Starting to get some power to the downside. There it is. There's your flush, guys. All right, we're right at the 200-day EMA line. I mean, 200-day moving average. All right, so we got that first little bounce here. Starting to see Boeing lose the support here. See if Boeing can get below the 5-day EMA line as well on the on this chart. So nice bounce on SPY off the 200-day moving average. This is this is a SMA line. The other 3 are EMA lines. These are EMA lines. 5, 9, and 21, or 5, 8. I think it's 8. Yeah, 5, 8, and 21 days on the EMA, and then this is the SMA on the 200-day. It's incredible, right? How it just came up to that level and just literally just bounced. Just want to put a symbol there. What it did. All right, so we're seeing a nice little bounce off the 200-day moving average for SPY. See if we get a full reversal there, or it's just a bounce and we're gonna flush harder. Could have just averaged down, averaged into your SPY puts at this bounce here if you wanted to. Boom on Tesla, guys. Wow, Tesla, man, about to breach 200. Looking incredibly strong. About to hit the top side of the range, right where we set this weekly range on Sunday night. We're about to hit that range. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful on Tesla, guys. If you guys were on Tesla this morning, congratulations. You've made some money. Wow, what a move. What a move. $7.85 on Tesla. Wow, wonder how much higher Tesla's gonna go, man. That's up 4.2%, 420. It's up 420. All right, and then SPY's continuing to read. It's gonna come and retest this SMA 200-day SMA line on the 15-minute chart. See what it does on this level. Same thing with Boeing. Boeing is starting to gonna retest all these EMA lines. All these EMA lines have converged on the same level. We need to have these lines start to open up either to the downside or to the upside. But we want to the downside, but it's pretty much been trading sideways, right? Look at all the EMA lines are all just together. So we need some separation there. It's indicative of what it's going through. Right now with the news and all the bad publicity it's getting. So, it's an old company, usually a pretty reliable company, but it's that season for them right now. It's the season of just trying to what they call it, damage control for them right now. It's all about damage control for them. And look at the SPY, man. Came all the way down. Now it's right back up to that support line. Incredible, man. What we thought was going to be a flush. I mean, it still might flush, right? Watching volume here, some red candles back to back, but nothing but lower lows for the last 2 hours. So 2.5 hours almost. So we'll continue to watch that, see what it does, see if this was it. Maybe that was it. We took a really out of the money put, 505 put on SPY. It was $15, and we took it. I mean, we're making some progress there. We're down 450 on that contract right now. It's just a play to see if we can catch some downside moves on SPY today. I mean, I think overall, I don't want to put a bias in your head, but overall the market seems a little toppy. So stocks like Tesla, for example, that didn't do well during the run up, right? Like Tesla was selling off during the runoff. Companies like Adobe selling off during the runoff. So those stocks have been beat up and battered. And now that the stock market is healthy, even with a healthy pullback, these stocks are oversold in my opinion. So if the market continues to power higher, there might be a lot more room for those stocks to move higher because they've been beat up so much. Sort of like Tesla, right? I mean, if we look at Tesla and we look at the daily chart on Tesla, I mean, this stock has been on nothing but a downward move for what was the top here? It was June 29th, 2023. All right. I mean, we're approaching a year, right? I know it's barely the end of February, but that's the last time that stock was up that high. So it's been nothing but beat up during what would be considered a run up on NASDAQ, right? But you just can't keep a good stock down, regardless of how you might feel about Tesla and Elon Musk. It's still a pretty spectacular company with a lot of technology. It's been a pioneer in the industry, and it gets nothing but grief for it. Meanwhile, you have the companies in China trying to sell you a $200,000 electric car to compete with companies like Ferrari. So that's how you're looking at it now. If you look at it a little bit more closer, so it's been nothing but selling off. Check that. These are the daily candles, guys. Daily candles. Nothing but a sell-off, right? You gap down after earnings, and now it's starting to fill that gap, that earnings gap. That's what it's trying to attempt to do. So I'm a big supporter of Tesla, Elon Musk, and I want to continue to hold that stock for as long as I can. I don't think a little bit more like a Bitcoin approach with Tesla, like have gold diamond hands with it. Boom. Bitcoin has broken the downward resistance line. It is now trading at 52,801. It's almost at that 53,000 mark. Bitcoin looks strong, man. Looks really strong. Oh, there's your SPY on flush, guys. Retesting that 200-day moving average. See if we get that flush that we want. we breach this line, we should have a lot more momentum. At the very least, to try to revisit the pre-market low. That's where we're going. We're heading towards that pre-market low right now. My trading day has been a good one because I just been trying to practice discipline, right, and not get in and out of stocks. Been watching SPY, and been sitting in SPY since taking the trade this morning. Same thing with Boeing and Apple. So patience is probably the least practiced discipline in traders, in my opinion. We get very emotional. We think we're going to make a whole lot of money really quick, and we jump into trades, and we fail to go off that checklist that I usually talk about. You know, like a pilot, they go through a checklist. Even when they're even in an emergency, they have a checklist. So why not you as a trader? Okay, so while watching SPY break that 200-day SMA line on the 50-minute chart, and we're going to see how it reacts. See how it reacts when it gets down to the pre-market levels, pre-market lows. And this red bar here is the previous day low. So there's a lot of strength here. So this is Friday's bounce area. So we're about to hit that level here in a few minutes here and see what happens. Boeing is losing support here. Apple is also losing support. Nice bounce. Nice jams too. All right, watching Boeing here test the EMA lines. All of them, they're all converged in the same area. We need these lines to separate. All right, we're losing support here on SPY. 200 EMA line, it's not going to hold. It's not holding yet. Pretty interesting. All right, so there's Boeing too. Looks like a fat candle to the downside. All right, that's your next 15-minute candles. All right, guys. All right. Yo, thanks for hanging out with Shimano Trader. I am Shimano Trader. This is The Spread. We're our live trading show Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you for joining us today. Don't not forget, we do have a contest going on. We're giving away a book. You can go to @Shimano Trader on Instagram. Find our post with the book. The book is called The Biggest Loser by Tom Hogart. Check it out. See if you want to participate in that drawing. We're going to be doing a live drawing March 15 on the air and giving away that book. That book has been very helpful to me, and I hope it'll be helpful to you. And thank you again for joining us today and hanging out at The Spread. All right, there's your flush, guys. Pretty interesting. And I've been watching the flow lately, too. I don't know if you guys go to Unusual Wells. My Bitcoin's breaking out, man. Unusual Wells, there's a lot of put action, a lot of put traffic on the option flow. That's the free subscription. You guys can get that subscription for free. But Bitcoin pumping is great. So we've lost the support here on the EMA line. Let's see what it's going to do now. We're still down 350 on that contract. We're so far out of the money. We're 250 out of the money. A little bounce here. Look, see, when we thought we lost the support, and look at that bounce. Yeah, man, looks like we're gonna be heading down. I'm really curious to see what happens when we hit this red level, this pre-market level, and previous day low as well. And see if we can hold there. If we can't hold there, we should see more downside. I'd like to see Boeing here kind of start to change trends a little bit. All right, let's look around the market here. AMD AMD's up 0.19%. ADI is down 0.26. ARC continues to power higher. ARC looks really good. It looks really good. It looks like it bottomed out. It's above the expected range for the week. It looks like it's heading higher. And then Piton has reversed. It got as high as 453, and it's down to 440 now. So don't know what's going on there. Lyft is continuing to move a little bit higher. Hood is powering higher as well, and Russell looks like it's retested the gap fill, and it's going to most likely use that as support here. If anything, if it doesn't continue higher, I anticipate it to just kind of go sideways right above that gap fill, and then continue to watch our plays here. We're watching Apple lose this support level here. That's pretty interesting to me, and see what let's see if SPY is forming a little an immature bear flag here and continue to flush down to the downside. We don't need much there. It's a $15 play. It's still down to what's down? It's down $3.50 on a $2 on a $15 play. Not the end of the world. But the rule is always not to lose money. So don't take losses like this easy. You know, you shouldn't want to lose money. Here's your Apple. So I think we're up 50 cents on our Apple put play. It's a Friday play for 180 put. So it's not going to give us a lot of money today. But if it can continue to push lower, especially heading into PCE on Thursday, we might be able to collect some premium there as well. I'll collect a profit. We're not selling calls. We're not selling options. Yo, what's up with this song though, man? That's not the kind of song. There you go. Sorry, guys. I can't deal with that slow jam music right now. I need some beats and some head bangers. All right, so here's SPY. Watching the SPY react. It did do a little bit of a lower low, right? So that looks bearish to me. Apple appears to be gaining some momentum to the downside, and so's Boeing. So we got a long way to go on Boeing. We're trying to get to 195 by the end of the week. But that stock moves a lot, especially on news. So we feel good about that. And obviously on SPY, we're in a lotto play here for 505. But, man, we're getting pretty close. So we'll see how that reacts there and for the rest of the day. All right, and then Tesla's looking really nice. I'm really happy with Tesla here. Tesla's one of our long-term portfolio holdings. We've been taking a ass beating on the way down, but we've also been accumulating shares. So our average should have gone down. All right, there's your Apple starting to break that support. So that's within $1 of the being in the money on the options. And there's a SPY continuing to lose support off the 200-day SMA line. I'm not sure how the overall market's doing. Let's see what the overall market is doing. All right, so overall market's trending down. So all the indices were up a lot more in the morning, and they've come back down. So just like SPY, obviously. And there's a little bit of a pop on Tesla, meaning like a blow off top, right? Like these little wicks here, they're always a little concerning. All right, SPY. The moment of truth with SPY, right? We had one here at the upward support line. Now we are going to test this pre-market low and previous day low. We want to see how it acts at that level. There we go. Sounds much better. All right, guys, pretty interesting time here. Looks like the market has completely reversed. All indices have completely reversed. We opened up pretty strong, and we're starting to either level out or start to change trends here. Man, look at SPY, man. SPY's really starting to, it's really starting to get steep on this drop. That $15 play may pay us today. That'd be great. Everything. All our plays are working right now. All right, pre-market low, previous day low. We're there. Look at that flush. Look at the volume. Can we? What happens if we breach this level? We shall see. Break through that level.
Do it.
Break through that level.
Do it.
We'll see. All right, there's Apple. So Apple is now breached that pre-market low level, and we're below it now. Why is this so small? There it goes. All right, guys. So we're watching all our puts play out today. Puts are well. We're watching that on the flow as well. The flow was confirming our bias. All right, so Apple's heading lower there. Boeing too, kind of really testing here this level. Oh, there's sure Apple, man. It's going to gain some momentum to the downside now. That should drag down the SPY. And we might make some lunch money today. SPY has just given up all the gains for today. Hasn't really lost, right? I mean, it's only down 76 cents. So it's got a lot of room to the downside. All right, so we're retesting this previous day low, pre-market lows. See if we can get below that. If we can get below one of those, we might see a trend develop to the downside, which will give us an opportunity to get out of our SPY puts in profit. But nothing's a gimme, man. Nothing's ever as simple in the market. It really is about see if we can time that correctly, because you're seeing to see that bounce. But the bounces don't scare us because it's been bouncing all morning. It's just been bouncing all morning. So there are opportunities to get back into put positions or add to your put positions on those jumps. And then Tesla looks like it's leveling out, maybe even forming a premature bull flag. Starting to watch Boeing here breach these AMA lines here. Maybe you can pick a direction and stick to it, hopefully to the downside. All right, you can stay patient here. 810 on the West Coast. We had our VIX in a channel and it fell out of that channel. So it might get back into that channel now that we're starting to see a little red in the market. ARK's powering higher. Piton looks like it's starting to get back to the top again. Hood powering through. Oh, the Russell's coming back into that gap fill. So that should be interesting. All right, so we had a little bit of a relief there. A little bit of relief. All right, continuing to watch the SPY retest the previous day low and the pre-market low. That's what that red bar and the red dash line represent. And when I do pre-market prep every morning, I usually set those levels, right? I set the previous day low and high, and then the pre-market high and low as well. And what that has done for me is it just helps me stay focused within a range, right? Like, okay, this is the range. Just like if you guys have been watching some of the videos that I've been releasing on the expected range for a stock based off the option chain, it kind of tells you what the anticipated move is going to be of a stock. We did it last week. We did a review on it this Sunday for previous Sunday, and we also charted out the new level. So it's pretty interesting to watch the price action within that range. And you know, all that pricing is set up based on contract purchasing, right? So when people buy option contracts for the week, or you know, they just have contracts open, you know, puts and calls, and obviously the the market makers know these positions because these are actual purchases and these are contracts. That's what I'm watching on the option flow. So by they can determine based on that activity more or less what the expected range is going to be of a stock. So that helps you set levels within that range and trade within that range. It just helps clean up charts for you. I don't know if that makes sense. It helps you kind of see a level and stay within a level and not be thinking that it's going to go this high, it's going to go this low. You just kind of want to trade it within that range for the week. And I think it gives you a little bit of an advantage, and definitely continuing to work on that strategy and refining it and putting some triggers in place that help you execute on those trades based on what the price action is in those levels will give you an edge, right? And as traders, that's what we want. We want an edge. What is giving us an edge in the market? What does this guy know that I don't know? How is he getting his information? How does he know he was going to do that? Like there's this guy named Grizzly Trader, I think his name is. He's with this team called Team Bull. They're a bunch of nice guys, man. Don't get me wrong. They're really nice. They do some really nice things. They record some really nice things. There's a couple of them. But they'll charge you $200 a month to be part of their club, right? $200 a month to be part of their club. So if you want to be part of that club, you got to cough up $200 a month. Now, $200 a month, if you're a trader and you're profitable, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but not for the average trader. The average trader's not going to make that kind of money, and he's just going to be spending money watching other guys trade. And if you don't know what the hell you're doing, these guys are like, they're in and out of trades, and you're like, what? What? Are you still in? There's people asking, are you still in there? Are you still in there? You don't know when calls get played out. I mean, when calls get called out. Sometimes it gets lost in the chat room. So it's not as like, oh, I just pay $200 a month and I place winning trades. It's not that simple, right? That's what my message to you guys is with all these organizations. Is that it's not as simple as just joining a club and making money. It just doesn't work that way. So I'm more of a leader and not a follower. And so I have a hard time following people, especially if I'm not getting what I want out of it. So I tend to, just veer off and go off on my own and just try to learn it on my own. And that's what I've been doing the last couple of years, just watching videos. I'll join a club for a couple months and I'll get out and see if I, learn something. It's like paying for a mentor, right? That's exactly what that was. So, for a couple months, I think I had a special bonus or something, special discount code. So I was paying like $125 a month, and I think I did it for like 3 months. And then I quickly learned that, obviously what I'm trying to prevent you from doing now, which is it's not as easy as just joining some club, some Discord, some chat room, and you're gonna pay a certain amount every month to get calls thrown at you or plays thrown at you. I mean, that's not teaching you how to fish. That's fishing for you. So you need to learn how to fish, period. And then that skill can never be taken away from you, right? You develop the skill. You build the calluses that come with trading. And you learn to be a better trader because you're forced to, right? Or either you're forced to be a better trader or you're going to quit. One of the two things are going to happen. And more often than not, traders quit. And it's not because they're quitters. It's just because it just becomes really expensive. Like when you're losing hundreds of dollars every month, every year, thousands of dollars a year, when you're supposed to be making that money, not losing it, obviously that discourages a lot of people and a lot of traders, and they just choose to do something different. And I don't blame them. People like to talk a lot about don't quit. You're, right before you quit, you're going to hit success. But nah, man. I mean, when you're losing a lot of money, especially if you need that money, right? So that's what we always talk about. If you can't afford to lose this money, you shouldn't be trading, period. So anyway, hope that helps. That was my little soapbox for you guys this morning. All right, 8:16 on the West Coast. It looks like SPY's got a major wick to the downhouse here. When you see this wick action here, that to me is normally a very a sign of a trend reversal for me. That is a trend reversal, in my opinion. When you have this big wick here that happens, that means a lot of buyers. So it hit the look where it happened. It happened at the pre-market low and the previous day low. Right, hit that level. Right. Let's look left. Look what happened here in the same morning. Right, bounce level. Right. So what's not to say that's exactly what's going to happen this time around. Right. So, yeah. So let's watch it. Let's see how it's going to cost us $15 to watch that. So, we're going to see how it does. And then ultimately, right, we have our 5-day EMA line. So we're going to see how it reacts there. So what did it do here? Right. It came up, right? And it kind of just never got completely. I mean, it got above it, right? I mean, you probably would have got out around here. That would have been the right time, especially on this break here. That's probably when I would have gotten out. But yeah, it didn't. It's not like it really like popped to the upside. It just kind of recovered and continued to go sideways. So we'll see what it does today. Remember, past performance is not an indication of what it's going to do in the future, but you have references, and that's what I hope you're learning, that you have something to look back at or something to compare it to. And it's right there on the chart, so you can see what that stock did in that level and what kind of a reaction it had. So this is the work that's required to be a good trader. You know, you have to spend the time listening to people, watching things, testing things, and actually placing trades, right? So you can see what it really feels like. All right, guys, follow me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. I'll be right back. All right, traders, I'm back. All right, Tesla is officially breaking out. Tesla is officially breaking out. It is completely filled that gap where it was having trouble with, right? When we're talking about this gap here, it filled this gap. The highest 205. Oh, excuse me, traders. So yeah, this is completely different for Tesla in regards to how it's been acting and reacting. But check this baby out now, right? We've got some real upward momentum, some nice big candles, and yeah, we're about to be deep in that money on Tesla. That should be a great thing, at least the way it looks like right now, right? Getting all excited, but this is what happens to us as traders all the time, man. We just get super excited about something, and then we wake up in the morning and it's like clapped. But as of right now, Tesla is officially breaking out. That's incredible. Look at the volume on this. Look at this candle was 20 million shares. The first hour was what is that? No, the first hour was 14 million, and then it jumped to 20 million. Wow. Yeah, so that's really got some momentum to the upside on Tesla. So congrats if you're in Tesla calls or in Tesla positions. Long positions, congrats to you. Meanwhile, SPY, right? Like we were getting ready to see this big bounce now, and check it out now. It's completely giving it back up. It's formed the same candle formation as it did up here. You see this little here? Let me see if we can box them. Man, I love to be doing this. I love to be commenting on what's happening live in the market and sharing it with you guys. And if you guys have some comments, well, of course, feel free. But you see that same candle formation there? That's pretty cool. Yeah, seeing these candle formations. I mean, it's not a bullish candle formation. It wasn't here, right? It wasn't here, so doesn't mean it has to be there either. All right, we're watching Apple continue to go to the. Oh, it came back up to 181.05. And let's see what Boeing is going to do, and Tesla. Good Lord, let me look at my long term. Yeah, that's up 581.11. Jeez, that's great. Just putting it in my log here for the day. All right, so yeah, congrats, man. Tesla looks awesome today. Continuing to watch the SPY here now, just like we were talking about up here, right? Like if you know how it tested this line 1, 2, 3, 4, finally broke through, right? So now we're trying to see possibly a similar reaction on this level here. So we're going to watch it come down, right? It's tested it once here once, right? So we're going to see what it's going to do. You know, is it going to come down and test it a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time? We shall see. All right. Does that sound low? That music sounds low, right? Oh, no, it's finishing. That's why. All right. You're starting to see the SPY now. We're coming back to that level, guys. You're going to see what happens at this level. Pre-market low, pre-market low, and previous day low. They're in the same spot. Apple has completely dumped now. Look at Apple here. It's approaching our price target of 180 on the put side. See if it can see what it does when it gets to there. It looks like it's going to get there today. 79 cents away. All right, here we go. It's a moment of truth here. See what's going to happen at this level. Here it is. Oh man, that's crazy. See what happens here. There's Apple dumping as well. Boeing. Why isn't Boeing dumping? That's the question. Oh man, looks like yeah, we're starting to see a little bit of reversal across the market, guys. So trade carefully. All right, we're hitting that support level here. That's my medicine. I had to take medicine. Ugh. Yuck. All right, we're getting some bounce action right here by SPY at this. So we've come down here twice now. That's 2 times. Way below the 5-day EMA line too. So we're gonna test this lower part of the range for the day, and if we breach this, we probably get some real momentum to the downside. I mean, I've been saying that. I feel like I've been saying that all morning. All right, 826 on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what it's going to do at this level, man. Like, it's already bounced pretty nicely here twice. We're going to see what it does here. Yeah, pretty bearish. Let me monitor the flow here. Bitcoin new high here, 53,751. Wow, yeah, that's the neck. This is hit a higher high on the daily. Flow chart. Option flow. It's just still seeing a lot of puts on the SPY. Still seeing a lot of puts on the SPY. I can't believe I'm still down 250 on those SPY puts. I mean, we just got them so far out of the money that if it gets anything close to that 505, man, we shall see that those premiums should pop. Because I got them for $15. I mean, that's what I got them for. You still see a little bit of a jump here on Apple. See how you have to look left, right? Like look left. Like you see the line here. Now look left. Look, it seems like it's gotten support. It's got support at that area, right? You can see it that it's got support. If you look left, it looked like it's bounced in that area. Then the last major bounce came at that level. If you're looking at Apple, so you're seeing that the last major bounce level, right after the sell-off here, it bounced, hit 200-day SMA line, got rejected. Now we're right back at that level, right? This is an hour chart, so we're right back at that level. So, I mean, it should help you build a position depending on how you feel about those levels, right? So you could either say, wow, like, is it going to breach that level now because it went all the way up and it came back down, right? It jumped here, came up here. If we look left here, you can see that when you look left, you see that these are all levels of resistance for Apple. So it having to come down here, remember, this is an hourly chart, it making its way all the way back up to that same level and then just to get rejected again, and now it's down to the downside. I would assume, right, that it put in all this work just to get rejected again. I mean, it's probably disheartening, right, as a trader or as a stock. If the stock had emotions, like, oh my God, I got pushed all the way down to 180 and I made it all the way back up to 184, maybe 185, and it just rejected me again. So now you're back down to that level. So you're retesting that level of what support was. So you, based on what you know, right, you can build a position here saying, okay, man, well, I anticipate a bounce here too. It should bounce because it's been bouncing before, or it's going to do what we're seeing with the SPY here today, right? It's just weakening, it's just weakening, and it's just going to eventually break through. But that's a decision that you have to make based on your risk tolerance. All right, 8:29. I should just give you guys the time on the halves, right? Like on the 4 hour and the half hour. I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward. Just giving you guys, not giving you a 8:16, 8:13, 8:21. Just keep it on the halves. So next update will be, because I'll be going off air. So, okay, so pretty interesting on the SPY here, right? Like SPY's having there's a real battle of sellers and buyers happening right at this level, right? And it's a pretty wide level. We're at 507 to 50. I'm sorry. What's this? 507.73 to 507. It's like a 70-cent range here that it's continuing to battle it out. It's giving an opportunity for the EMA line to get down here as well. And look at this, right? It's bounced up to this level. Now we're going to see what it does here. So this is what I'm watching right now, and is what I'm going to continue to watch. And hopefully you guys get some confidence off the strategy, right, of just watching the price action and then commenting on it, and doing a little bit of a live analysis on what we're seeing. So we're continuing to watch the SPY. We've been in SPY puts since early this morning. We took a SPY put up here of $15, and so our target price is Jesus, no, hold on, that ain't it. So our target price is here 505. It's a 0 DTE, not financial advice. You will lose money. But, just to have fun with it. We'll see what it does today. I mean, we're down as much as, now we're down 350 on it. So we'll see what decision we make here. Especially if it reclaims the 5-day EMA line. If it reclaims this line, we'll definitely most likely get out of it. But as of right now, we've been watching the SPY, right? We've been kind of highlighting some candle formations. Here's a candle formation. This one, we prematurely did the box because it looked like this before it closed. And now it looks like I think it's like a dragonfly. I think it's called a dragonfly. So it's retested the previous day, right? This is Friday's low. And it's also a pre-market low, right? That was set down here. Oh, geez. Oh, it's actually lower. It's down here. But this is a level of support here that we found and identified. And it's just been bouncing at that level. So we're going to continue to watch SPY here. It tried to shake us out of our puts up here, right? It kind of did the whole wicking action here, and it may do the same thing here again. But as of right now, we're staying bearish on SPY just because it's respecting the 5-day EMA line. Once it got below it, it hasn't gotten above it. So we're just going to monitor that and stay bearish until otherwise, right? So that is the That is what we're that's what we're trying to do here, is try to just whatever the charts are telling us is how we're going to respond. And then Apple, we're in $180 puts for Friday. So we're expecting, I'm expecting the market to either be at break even or be below what it ended last week, just based on just the stuff that I've been reading and the things that I've been watching. So it's not financial advice. So anyway, and we're also in Boeing puts for $195 as well. It's like $95 to take this put here. So we expect Boeing to continue to see more downside. And hopefully we get to our target price. If not, if we can make some money on the way down, we will. Boeing has been really good to us this year. It's been actually our best trade, being short on Boeing this year. Shout out to Sean, man, giving us props. Hey, man, we're all trying to do our thing, Sean. We're all trying to do our thing, man. Okay, so we're continuing to watch SPY here. Look at the SPY, right? So we've just been watching SPY all morning. I've been watching the 5-day EMA line. That's one of my strategies that I like to use and I like to share. Is, once we break that EMA line, right? If it's above it, you're bullish. If it's below it, you're bearish. And that's just my strategy. It's not always 100% what strategy is. If you find one, let me know. But for the most part, it's respecting that downward trend with the EMA line. You can see that when it was above it, stayed above it. All right. So once it got above it, stays above it. Right. Once it gets below it, it kind of stays below it until it gets above it. There's usually better ranges for that, but this is just to give you a quick example of it. So as of right now, unless it breaks that, I'm going to remain with the more on the downside for SPY as we're watching that SPY. So this is a 15-minute chart on SPY, and it's what we try to scalp every day, is try to scalp the SPY, and then take longer positions, swing positions on our other place. Okay, so my positions. Boeing puts 197, I think it is. What do you say? 195 for the Friday. And then we have Apple 180 for Friday as well. So we're going to stick with those positions for the next couple of days. You guys join me back on Wednesday. You'll be able to see what progress we've made on those, if any. But the stock of the day has been Tesla, no doubt, right? So Tesla, we've been analyzing this stock as well. We're watching what it did last week. There's a gap here. There's a little gap that happened. What was that? February 16th or so. We had this gap down. And then at open, Tesla tested it. This was last week, so this is Tuesday. Tested it, just barely breached the gap there, and it just sold off, right? And then it respected this upward support line here. And what did it do? It came right back up to the gap, filled the gap, and got rejected again. And then it tried it again and didn't get through. Same thing all the way through, right? And then it just never got that high again. It just continued to push to the downside. And then this morning, right, Tesla's up almost, it's 4.2%. It's up almost $8. So if you took calls at the entrance, at the open, man, you're up pretty big. But yeah, that's been the play of the day. I hold Tesla in my long-term portfolio. So, I like to day trade and do swing trades, but I always preach the long-term portfolio. So you guys make sure you are, adding shares to a long-term portfolio. And I think Josh trades from the trading fraternity is who taught us this, right? He says you got to have a long-term portfolio, and buy those stocks that get beat up, right? Like I think Lyft was one of them, and Walgreens was another target. So what we do in that portfolio is we just stick a bunch of stocks that've been beat up, right? I mean, good names, not crappy names, but we find stocks that have been beat up, and then we just load up that portfolio and just watch it grow, right? And we try not to touch that portfolio for at least 10 years. At least that's the mentality you have to going into it, saying, hey, I'm going to buy this stock for my long-term portfolio, and I'm not going to touch it for 10 years. And don't touch it. Don't touch it for 10 years, right? So that is a good strategy to build long-term wealth, especially if you're being profitable in the market, day in and day out, or week in and week out, and you collect some of those profits and just dump them to a long-term portfolio, long-term holds. The money is in the patience always. Oh, look at that. Sean is with me on the SPY, man. SPY is definitely going lower. I hope we can hit our target. If we can get down to 505, man, Jesus Christ, we're gonna make some money. But we have so much more to go, man. There's so much more to go. But hey, it's only 8:37. We have the day is long. We've only been open for 2 hours. The market's only been open for 2 hours. But I am encouraged by Sean's comment on SPY because I'm in puts. Just like lotto puts. Like when we were up here, I was like, I just wanted to take a cheap SPY put, and I happened to focus on 505. So we'll see if we even get down there. We don't need to get to 505. We just got to get close enough for the premium to spike, and then we can make some money on it. Right now, I'm down $4.50 on it. It cost me $15. I'm down $4.50 on that trade. But our Apple's in the money, and our Boeing has recovered. We're down almost half our premium on that, but it's actually, we took that at open, I think, or somewhere around here, and then we had a drawdown on the climb up. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's kind of where we're at. That's where we're sitting. I want to keep practicing and preaching patience as a trader, and try to get out of the mentality that we're going to make 10 grand this morning and then go fishing the rest of the day. Like, that's just not a reality for at least the kind of traders that I hang out with and I value and respect. Usually these traders are they position themselves well. They look at stuff like option flow. They look at the seasonalities of stocks, and then we just try to position ourselves in a long-term portfolio, and then dick around here with the day trading stuff. So, but there's been great days in the stock market, day trading also. So I'm not poo-pooing that at all, because I've walked away with a couple $1,000s in a day in the stock market, and there's no better feeling to just go out and have lunch with your wife, with your friends, with your kids, and you just be like, man, I just made $4 grand today. Like that is a feeling we constantly chase as traders, and it is like that. Sometimes it's like that first high. Have you ever gotten high? Like that first high, man. Stoners are trying to chase that same high, man. That they're trying to chase that first high that they first had, and it's hard to get there again. So this is why we get addicted to trading. Most held stock buys by hedge funds: Amazon, Visa, Microsoft, Meta, and Google. Interesting. Probably all owned by BlackRock, huh? All right, so quick recap here. So we're watching SPY react to the pre-market low, previous day low, and see what it's reacting there. It seems to have gotten a little bit of a bounce. We're now testing the 5-day EMA line, which is this green line here. I made it a little bit fatter than the other lines because that's usually the line that I go by. And it's trying to trick us, right? It's trying to say, hey, we're about to go long here. You better get out of your short, right? It might be saying that. But I want a full body candle above the EMA line for it to change my bias right now. But we saw the same price action all on the downtrend here. So we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna stay patient here. Preach patience. Meanwhile, look at Tesla, man. Tesla, it is on fire, man. And if you haven't, oh, excuse me, man, I'm fighting a cold. If you guys have not checked out my my videos, I have 2 videos on my Tradecaster library, and we talk about the weekly, what you see here, the expected range. So if you're curious to know about that, jump onto my video library there, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I did one last week. That was my first time that I did it, last Sunday, where we charted these expected moves using option flow. We charted the expected range for the week on SPY or on various stocks. Like I think last night we did. I got rid of my notes. We did various. We did about 5 or 6 stocks. But anyway, go to the Tradecaster library, find it. You'll see what I'm talking about, the expected range, and how we find that, how we set it up every Sunday night going into the trading week, and how we utilize it. And we also back test, right? So we are able to go and see, hey, this was the range last week. What did this stock do? And you start to develop a little bit of an idea, like, oh wow, this was way out of the range, or it stayed in the range, or it only was at the bottom of the range. Whatever it is that you're going to see. But I think doing that every week as you enter the trading week, especially if you have a nice basket of stocks that you like to trade, is going to really help you develop levels. And I think that is the primary thing that I've gotten from learning this strategy from Raider traders who taught us this strategy, and it is to set the expected range of the stock. So you can see here that Tesla, right from the gate, it's already hitting the top of that range. So it helps you kind of think, is it going to start heading towards the bottom of the range? I don't know. In previous weeks, it stayed at the top of the range. in previous weeks it just stayed at the bottom of the range. So if you build that if you build that idea in your head that, oh, it's at the bottom of the range, that means it must have to go up. Not necessarily. So by going back to the previous week and going over that video together, which you can do right now on Tradecaster, last week versus this week, excuse me guys, versus this week, you'll see what I'm talking about. So if you want to learn that strategy, check it out. It's on Tradecaster and in my video library. And then, I hope it helps you, and then also please try to subscribe to our show here on Tradecaster, and then come visit us 3 times a week, hang out with us, and we'll do this kind of analysis and jump in and out of trades, listen to some jams, and go from there. On that note, real quick, here it's 8:42. I'm gonna be off air in a little bit. Let me take a moment to say that Jesus, guys, I'm so sorry. So let me share this with you guys. So if you go to Instagram at Shimano Trader, that is my handle. I am giving away this book. It's called The Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogart. I always get that weird. Anyway, this book is about the psychology of a trader, and it helps us deal with some of the things that happen in our brains, how we're not wired to be traders, right? We are wired. Our mind and our ego messes with the way we trade, and it reveals to you as a trader that you're not wired to be a trader. When you're losing money, you are hopeful. You're like, oh, this stock's gonna come back. Let me let it come back. And then when you're making money, you're like, oh, I'm scared. I don't want to lose this profit. I need to get out of this trade, right? And then you cut short your winners, and then you let your losers run, which is, I'm sure, something you guys have all heard that terminology before. Well, this book addresses that, and it helps you deal with that, and it teaches you how to trust your gut and to not be fearful in the market, and a bunch of other stuff. But it's an easy read. It's a cool read. It's not like, a heavy read with a lot of words and analytical stuff. It's a very easy read, simple read. And I want to give it to you. So the way you do that is you go on Instagram, you go to my Shimano Trader handle, and then just follow the rules to be entered into a live drawing. So we're going to be doing a live drawing March 15 on air. I don't care if I have like 1 person or 2 people. I'm going to do the giveaway anyway. So your chances of winning are high right now because not a single person has done it. And I've been preaching about this for a week now. So if you want to join, be part of this raffle and increase your odds by just being the first one, do so. If not, no big deal, guys. It's all good. I'm going to be here trading no matter what. And I'm going to stream 3 times a week, no matter what. And hopefully it all works out. All right, so that's my little soapbox for you guys. All right, so SPY has, found a level of support here. Excuse me, found a level of support, but yet it has yet to breach the 5-day EMA line. So we're going to keep our position here for right now. Those are some of the rules that I use. And, speaking about that book, it teaches you to respect those rules, right? Like, hey, if be a good loser, meaning if you're in a losing trade, and you're losing, and you just get out. That's why the best loser wins, because usually the loser wants to stay there on that trade. Okay, let me put this back to our chart on Tesla. Tesla upper part of the range. This is my average on Tesla, 204.33. As that stock was getting beat up on the way down, I already did this today, but just to show you guys again, right? So since I think July of last year, this stock has been on a downward trend, right? It's just as the market was hitting all-time highs, as the market was hitting new all-time highs and just pumping, Tesla wasn't. So stocks like that and Adobe, I think it's another one where they've just been destroyed while the market is strong. So now I think that traders are coming back to these beat up stocks, and they're trying to take long positions in them, which is probably a good move, especially on a stock like Tesla. So that's where I'm at. I'm almost at my dollar cost. I've actually built a nice amount of shares on Tesla. Being as expensive as it is, I've been able to do that on the way down. So once we hit this 204 and hit beyond it, we'll be printing some money. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about that the money is in the long, right? In the patience of a trader, being patient, but trying to make 10 grand in one day. That's what gets us burnt, man. It's just the truth. It's happened to me. I'm not talking to you because I think that's the way it is. That's how I've lost a lot of money doing 0 DTEs. Like, that's just stupid, right? Like, you think you're going to make 10 grand in one day. And, I know you guys, if you've been trading long enough, you've been here watching the market go up, go up, go up. And then 10 minutes before the market closes, it dumps, right? So you just can't get attached to your stocks and to your trades. Jesus Christ, what are we listening to? Oh man, I think it ran out already. The music ran out. It was only 2 hours. Anyway, so yeah, so like I'm just trying to show you guys what I know, and I don't know what my viewers level of experience is. You know, I had a poll out earlier, and it ranges from like being a newbie to being a pro, or knowing just enough to get in trouble, right? So I'm hoping that you know, together we can learn, because this is teaching me something too, because when I'm out here doing what I'm doing, I go back and look at this video or parts of the video, and I can see where I'm not paying attention, where I was being emotional, where I was having a bias. So this is helping me as much as I hope it will help you. So anyway, that was my soapbox for the day. Okay, so continuing to watch the Spy here again. It's now breached the 5-day EMA line, but it hasn't opened a candle above it. This is a new candle. The next candle won't open up until 9 a.m. So we're just going to continue to monitor this. Nice bounce off of it. I think if you guys saw Sean's post, he feels that, you know, it's downtrending right now. Spy is. I don't think it'll get down to 505. We would have to flush again, but we'll see. So we're gonna keep that. Put open. It's a $15 trade. It is currently down. Let me see. It's currently down $6.50 off of this little move here. All right. So we're gonna continue to watch it. Stay tuned. I'll probably have an update for you guys on that on Wednesday. ARK looks pretty good, guys. ARK, the ARKK, it looks good on the. I mean, it made a nice bottom. You know, that's Kathy Wood's stock, but you know, it's pretty heavy in technology, and you know, just like Elon Musk, you know, these people, they're political investors, and then they tank stocks because they may feel a certain way about you. That's what I think what's happening to Elon Musk with Tesla. But ARK looks really strong. You guys should check that out. Maybe see it on a chart, see what you guys think. Or you know what, I got a few minutes here. Let me see if I can do it. Only thing I don't like about OBS is I gotta change this. I gotta go to OBS to change the screen that I'm sharing. I wish I just had like a window I can drop. I can drop in the window. All right, let me see. Oh no. All right, let me see if I can find it here. ARK. All right, there's your ARK one. So I usually have a couple of charts up. So here's ARK, right? We did the expected range. You know what I was talking to you guys about being in. I told you guys about the Tradecaster library. So we did the same thing for ARK, right? So here's the ARK expected anticipated move, or the range. I don't know why I labeled it that. It usually says expected range. But there's your expected range for ARK this week. This is all butchered here, guys. And what it says expected range. Can I spell? All right, there it is. All right. Sorry, guys, man. I'm just anal like that. You know, like it's gotta look right. It's gotta look right. All right, there it is. All right, so that's your expected move for ARK this week, right? So already opened up at the bottom of the range, and this is the top of the range. But looking at the stock, right? Look at this move, right? It peaked out here, it dumped here, up again. So to me, the stock looks like it's strong. I have a, what is it? I think I have a April call on this. Yeah. So we have a April 19th call at $70 for ARK. We got in on that during the earnings call, I think it was. But anyway, so just to give you an idea, I like ARK. I like how ARK looks. Oh, here's Sean said something. Okay, let me get back to my main chart here, guys. It's so clunky sometimes. Okay, all right, we're back on the main chart. Oh, we're seeing upward trend. That's what he's talking about, huh? All right, there you go. So moment of truth here, right? So you see this downward trend, Here's your downward trend. It's been respecting that downward trend all the way, and it's been respecting the EMA line all the way down. So what happens here? All right, this candle is an ugly reversal candle, right? I think this is called a doji or a dragonfly, something like that. But this is a reversal candle. So we're gonna see if it confirms or if it's gonna get invalidated. And remember, this was the if you look left, all right, I always like to say look left. If you look left, you can see that it's been holding this as support all the way through the pre-market area, right? Hit pre-market high, started getting reversed, right? Breached the support here, right? And it came back up trying to test it. Now it's testing it, but it's at a very, very interesting. It's at a very interesting crossroads, right? Like, no pun intended here. Like, what's it gonna do here? I mean, this can just change the trend altogether. Watching Apple also recover. See, the Apple recovered, so now we're down on that contract. Probably not by a lot, but remember, they're Friday contracts, so the premiums are not going to move that much right now. But yeah, but that's not in the money, so that has a drawdown right now. All right, so now we're gonna watch SPY. Let me see what it does at this level. We got a couple more minutes before I get off air. We're gonna just watch what it does at this level here, right? So this was going to be very telling. Are we reversing or are we going to just continue to the downside? But it, just like there's dips, there's pops and dips in an uptrend. It's same thing on a downtrend, right? So you're seeing a little pop, drop, right? So it's kind of happening here. So we're gonna watch it together here and see what it does. If it does breach this, it will do it with volume and it will do it with force. So that's what I think. We can see a major candle to the upside here as it breaks this level here, or it'll just gonna get rejected and continue to the lower to the downside. Guys, this jams. Oh, I hope I don't get blocked, dude. Sometimes I get blocked. Yeah, it's probably better. All right, so we're gonna watch this here, see how it reacts. So we're watching here. Also watching Apple, right? And this is how we get shaken out of positions, guys. Especially in option trading, we get shaken out of positions because it feels like it's gonna go the other way now, and we start seeing our premium, we start seeing our P&L get impacted, and it makes us want to get out. Or change our bias, right? But nothing here goes in a straight line, so you have that's why patience is such a underutilized skill of a trader. All right, I was about to say, I'm trying to stick to like half hours, like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and not trying to say the time at 8:54. Oh, I'm glad I muted that one. Okay, so now you've seen Apple. If you guys have been watching here my commentary, look at this level here. Let me see if I can look at this level, right? So you see where Apple bounced. Look left, right? What do you see, right? You see support, right? So again, if you're a trader and you're placing a trade, why would you take a put position now, right? If you see this support and see that bounce, if anything, you can, once it breaches the support, that's where I would take a position, maybe with a stop kind of below it a little bit, maybe to this next support level here. But I've been blown away watching traders here on Tradecaster and in other places identify levels to the dollar. Like Grizzly Trader said that the bottom of the SPY on Friday was, well, he said it like a couple of days before Friday. We were analyzing the SPY, or he was analyzing the SPY on a video on Instagram. Oh man. And then he tells me, and then he says, hey, you know what? He goes, I wouldn't touch the SPY until it gets to this level. Like, I'm not going to touch the SPY until it gets to 494. Like, that's what he said, right? He said, I'm not going to touch the SPY until it gets to 494. Well, here's Friday. Where are we? No, where was it? Was it that day? Man, there was a day that he called it and I was so blown away. Oh, here it is. Look, there it is, right? So this was, what was this? So tell me what day this was. On February 26th, right? So he says, I won't, days before the SPY even got there, he was like, hey, I will not touching the SPY until it reaches 494. And look at this, man. It hit 493. And since there, look at it. It's just nothing but up, right? Until today. Oh, here it is, guys. Moment of truth. But anyway, man, so that to me, like, it's not like the guy has special powers or anything, right? Grizzly Trader is a very cool cat. He trades with Team Bull, and I just was so impressed by that. And I've seen other traders do the same thing, just call out levels, right? But imagine that level of maturity to say, I'm not touching the SPY until it reaches this level. Like, could you do that? Like, that's the question, right? Like, that's the type of discipline that we all need, is saying. And guess what? Let's say he went deep in the money. I mean, he went deep, balls deep in calls when he hit that 494 level. That's how you make $10,000 in a day, right? But not until. And I think that's the key, right? Not until it hit his level, right? He didn't force his level. He say, oh, you know what? I think this is where I'm gonna go against it here. I'm gonna call the top. I'm gonna call the bottom. He had a level, and he executed on that level. So that's the kind of I think that's the kind of trader I aspire to be, and that's the kind of trader that I want to be, is be able to have that level of discipline where I can say, I'm not touching Apple until it reaches this level. I'm not touching SPY until it reaches. That would be ideal. All right, guys. Well, that didn't work as I thought it was. It should usually start slower. There it is. Oh, there's the change in bias by Sean, right? Sean's thinking that we won't see a break on SPY, that we might start seeing as a support now. We shall see, right? We're kind of in the same position here, right? We still don't have a full body above the 5-day EMA line. We've got 2 more minutes to go. We've got the downward trend happening. Where are you going to place your trade, trader? What do you do? Don't you love those charts on Twitter sometimes? Long or short? Well, you have a choice here. Are you long or short? Put it in the chat. Don't be scared. I won't hold you accountable. Would you go long or short here, right at this crossroads? Other than that, traders, well, as always, it's a pleasure of mine to spend 3 hours with you guys in the morning. I am Shimano Trader. Follow me on Instagram at Shimano Trader. Don't forget, we got a giveaway going. Please participate in that giveaway. And subscribe to the show. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can do it right here from Tradecaster, or the little logo on the bottom. You could just hit subscribe if you want to follow me there. I post the lessons on there too, and I broadcast free on Fridays, I think. And sometimes I don't even know I'm broadcasting on YouTube. I got to make sure. I got to be better about that. But anyway, hope you have a great Monday. Hope you have a great week. I will be back here again on Wednesday, and 6 a.m. We'll do some pre-market prep. We'll do some back testing, some commentary, and we'll kind of go from there. Other than that, guys, have a great rest of your Monday. Go out there and crush it. Be safe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.